Jozo looking to clutch this up in the 1v2, but can he do it? Your McDaddy does get spotted out. Chow comes in, and again, I do believe Havoc Elite Legends are gonna close us out here as they have control of the P4 and the close-up spawn. A contest does come in, the time gonna be ticking, and these kills have to happen into the bottom of map now, and it goes back in favor of the side of Big Max, a very back and forth hill so far. The kills not going their way if you're Havoc Elite Legends. This is looking too close to call here from me and Spyro. It is very back and forth right now, as I believe
Big Max, they got it. They did it.
They closed it out. Oh my goodness gracious.
Now, he's going to be coming in. Will you read it out? Farmy able to take down Vessel. So a 2v4 just like that. Daddy Red realizing that he's getting on both sides. Oh no. And Vessel going to be assassinated in the corner. Will be the side of EWG Academy winning round number 4.
At least buy Vessel dinner first. Good lord. That's just common courtesy, right?
It has to be. Go grab him some dinner. It's not even, I know it is dinner time. Never mind, but my goodness. EWG Academy feeling confident, feeling like they are going to win this series.
Yeah, Farmy here, he decides he's going to take him hostage. He's going to show him the brick wall. Nothing PG-13 related happening here. And
rest of this P3 time, you will have Ren early rotated, able to take down one. It might get traded out here. Will be on the chase. And Ren, so sneaky, so slippery, gonna be going back. A double for Ren. You can't kill this man. He is just being a nuisance. Make it a triple for Ren. The time secured for the side of Amplified. And he is like a phantom menace. You just lose him, and he becomes the biggest thorn in your side. Continues to fry, looking for more. Just gonna try and play his life. Make it another. Ren on the 5 spree, make it a 6 in a row for Ren, make it a 7 spree for Ren, and the
doesn't get spotted out by Decent, just holding that angle from the back. Jozo looking to clutch this up in the 1v2, but can he do it? And again, I do believe Havoc Elite Legends are gonna close us out here as they have control of the P4 and the close-up spawn. A contest does come in, the time's gonna be ticking, and these kills have to happen into the bottom of map. Now it goes back in favor of the side of Big Max. A very back and forth hill so far. The kills not going their way if you're Havoc Elite Legends. This is looking too close to call here for me and Spyro. It is very back and forth right now, as I do believe they closed it out.
Like a phantom menace. You just lose him, and he becomes the biggest thorn in your side. Continues to fry, looking for more. Just gonna try and play his life. Make it another for Ren on the 5 spree. Make it a 6 in a row for Ren. Make it a 7 spree for Ren, and the win going the way of Amplified Black on this map number 1. My goodness.
Jake Pancake wipes that idea out as another kill for him, and he's absolutely popping off. Howdy again. Doing work into the front of the site, and I do believe it is too much here for the side. Try to get one again, I do believe Havoc Elite Legends are gonna close us out here as they have control of the P4 and the close-up.
Welcome back, guys, to another epic match we have up for us tonight. I'm your host, your caster for tonight, Calamity, or Clam for short. And we have a doubleheader on our heads, or at least I do. And so do Cabal as well tonight. They're going to be going up against a couple of different squadrons tonight. I'm going to be covering the action from for both of them. And the first matchup on our hands is going to be Cabal Misfits versus the AoS Kuro, I believe is how you say it, Kuro. Not exactly sure how you said it. I don't have their logo, so, you know, I used what I could on the other squadron, so apologies. It's going to be Kuro tonight, taking on the Cabal. And, you know, both of them decent squadrons in their own right. I know, you know, my fellow caster Triver's on the Cabal Misfits, so curious to see if he shows up for me, because they did the last time I watched the Cabal boys play. They took it 3-1 fashion. Wasn't particularly close in the respawns. So we'll see if that you know, trend keeps up tonight as we head into the map and modes. Picks and bans for both of these teams so far. It's another, I mean, I casted a similar series last night. It's another triple dose of Hacienda off the rip. So if you're a fan of Hacienda, you know, you're getting your money's worth for this series. And if you're not, well, I mean, I guess you can skip this one and head to the next one, as those are going to be the first three. And, you know, if the series goes the distance, it's going to be Skyline and a Protocol. Map number 5, if we do go to the distance there. We'll see what these teams have in store for us tonight. Excuse me, as they're going to be in the lobby getting things set up. But, you know, predictions for me, I don't know. We'll see if the Cabal boys can take it. They look good, but I haven't seen the Kuro play. We'll see if they have it in store for us to take it. But Cabal, for tonight, this is going to be your roster. You know them, you love them. It's Trivor, John Wick, Bakes, and Cryptic Cod going to be rounding out the roster for the Cabal Misfits. And on the other side, you have AoS Kuro. It's going to be Crucifer, Sunset, Ivan, and Cronus taking on the mighty Cabal tonight. Will they be able to get it done? And I mean, you know, I haven't, you know, gone over, I guess, the maps and or the maps, victories, maps, wins and losses. What am I trying to say here? Map record is what I meant to say. Cabal, they're 3-1 in their map record. They haven't played their second match yet. This is the last one they need to play as well. So only one match to go off of, not a whole lot of info, but they did end up winning that one 3-1, and I casted that one as well. So, and then on the side of Kuro, it's going to be 5-3 map record. They're 1-1, but they do have a positive map record as well. So, you know, if anything to take away from that is that they're, you know, a decent squadron in their own right. And it looks like the teams are ready. So we're going to be loading on here in a second. We'll see if, you know, we get the triple dose of Hacienda out of the way. Maybe we'll get some extended maps, guys. I know, you know, same map 3 times in a row can be a little tedious, but, I mean, Hacienda's a good map. It's definitely a fun one to watch. You know, we're not going to be seeing Skyline until a little bit later in the series, so if we do see that map number 4, potential, you know, bang out on that one, I'm curious, you know, what the slang's looking like at that point in the series. But we got a long way to go before we get there. We'll see if these teams are even ready for, you know, this Hacienda, because we're going to see a bunch of it. And, you know, I'm curious, you know, what the adjustments are going to look like if you are, you know, coming into this series. You know, if the guns are going to be hot, if the rotations are going to be, you know, on the car, or not on the cards, but if the rotations are going to be a decent showing, because, you know, I've seen a lot of these teams on Hacienda, they'll get punished at the wrong, you know, the inopportune moment. They try and flip the spawns, but, you know, they end up doing it a little too late, and they get, you know, set up on. Or on the flip side, potentially even, where they try and flip spawns, but they do it, you know, too late into the hill. They end up flipping out when there's only like 20 or so seconds left on the old hill. That's not what you want to see. So it's all about the timing of those rotations, and if these teams can capitalize on it. We'll see if that's the case, or if it's going to be a little bit of a sloppy map of Hacienda here. We'll find out as we are loading on into the game. We'll see if the teams can pick the right sides here. And we'll see what it looks like so far. I believe Cabal is team 1, so we'll see if my graphic remains true, or if I have to switch it. We'll find out here in a second. As we're going to be off to the races here in a second. And I mean, predictions, I guess, for me for the whole series, it's going to be tough because I haven't seen Kuro play, and I have seen Cabal, and it looks like they will be flipped for me, unfortunately. So I'll get those situated for you guys. Cabal going to be on the right. Kuro going to be on the left. We'll see if Kuro can come out strong. They're going to need to against the tough Cabal squadron. That's a good start so far. 2 dead. Cronus rips this player top open. And The last two players from Cabal are also going to be in this open area, so early time going to be going blue here. It's going to be AoS Kuro gaining a little bit of it. This Wrath is coming on in, but Crucifier can't find this player ratting in the corner. It might not matter as the brakes are on in. That's going to be 8. Cryptic Cod getting a kill in transition. That should flip the spawns on through, but this is a lot of P1 time to give up early in this hard point. 25 seconds or so on this P1. Not the best look for Cabal off the opening. But we'll see if they can make the adjustments in rotation here as Ivan rips him on rotation 3 for this Rock Hill. Cryptic Cod going to be pitching on in with number 6, but Trevor falls as well. So now the flip is back on through. And AoS looking poised to take this early P2 time. After a great P1 as well. Had the good side for it, so maybe a little bit of an advantage there. We'll see if they can capitalize. The water route might be on the cards here for Bakes. He's going to have to wait patiently for his teammates. He can't activate too early or he might get caught. Or it might not matter. He wins the gunfight anyway. Good win for him to find, but I mean, this is early time going AoS's way, and they were just winning every gunfight. In transition, it's really John Wick. What can you do? Side door. He gets the first one, tags on in, and he will fall. The Kuro are coming out strong in this opening hard point. And they look like the better team so far. We'll see if the guns can stay hot, or if Cabal can start, you know, warming up a little bit. They're looking a little shattered off the break, but the scrap time will go their way, so they'll claw themselves to about 30 seconds after it's all said and done on this P2 rotation. It's going to be about the breaks on P3 now. See what kind of timing Cryptic Cod gets, and it looks like he's not going to be spotted as well, so he could potentially lurk on this point as well. Number 1's going to get the first important one. Sunset going to win that one, but he will fall, so 2 dead for AoS right now. Can Kuro clutch on up? Wins the gunfight somehow. Ivan gets traded there. Great find. I believe that was Bakes in the kill feed. It might have been, actually, it was Cryptic, I believe, gets that one somehow while sliding with the AR there. Important one for him to find. That'll push back the pressure from AoS for the moment. But just as I say that, 3 do fall. Good map control. Now, for AoS Kuro here. We'll see if they can hold on. This is quite a bit of time to give up if you're Cabal. But the rotation's got to be on the mind of these players, and a great 3 dead yet again. I mean, AoS, the guns are firing early in this match, and it's not really that one-sided in the slaying. If you look at the scoreboard so far, it's really only +4 on the team. But I mean, just they've been doing a great job getting the kills at the right opportune moments and able to get, you know, a ton of time off the transition from that slaying. You don't need a lot of it. You just need effective kills. And they're showing us how to do it right now. 3 do fall again. But this time it's for AoS Kuro. Cabal gaining some important positioning for this Rock Hill. And unfortunately, the teammate over the top is going to take down Crucifer. Or Ivan, excuse me. But it might not matter. But Cryptic Cod, the last member for Cabal, stands tall. Gets a pair for him. Sharing the prosperity with his teammates. We'll see if they can capitalize on the rest of it. That's a good hold so far. Cryptic on 4. Last member alive yet again, though. He's losing teammates all around him. Sliding, dipping, dodging, and destroying that player. The backward slide is so beautiful. He might as well enter a beauty pageant with what I'm seeing right now. 12 and 5. Cryptic Cod up to a 6 spree. Doing everything on this Rock Hill to get Cabal back into this game. 7 in a row, man. Just unplug this guy's power cord is what it's going to take to shut him down on this streak. Looking poised to get another one here. Has the Hellstorm missile as well. Getting wall banged out. And he will finally fall. A nice streak for him to get back his team back into the game. But I mean, even after all of that, they are still down in this game. You know, a relatively fragile lead right now. Only about 10 points, but Cryptic going off. It's going to turn things around for Cabal. We'll see on this second rotation, as it's been all AoS in transition to this P1 so far. We'll see if John Wick has anything to say about it, though. He's going to get 1. Tags on the second. He will fall. And Trevor is going to fall in kind. Hill time is going red, but rotations also actually going to be going red. Cabal in the back, but they're getting pitched from both angles right now. It's going to be Ivan and Cronus on the overextension. 1 in water, 1 in the back, and Trevor wins the first one. So it's all up to Cronus now on this overextension. Can he find anything? He finds the first, but he's surely going to get traded here. As the pressure mounting from both sides, and he cannot convert. Great opening holds from Cabal. They might finally be shooting back in this series. We'll find out here. The slaying really, to be honest, hasn't been that one-sided. It's really just been the setups from AoS that have been very good. So we'll see if Cabal can make it their own setups. Grace is very good. This is not a great start from them so far. 2-piece in the feed for AoS as they're breaking from the front. They have the unpreferred side. It's going to be a hard break, a hard-fought one. We'll see if Sunset and Co can hold on. 25 seconds left on this hill. And they are fighting tooth and nail for all of this hill time, but it might not end up mattering. It's going to be Cronus, the last player, to try and make a contestation toward this point. But he does get a double. Good double for him to find. That should slow down the rotations for this new hill. But the scrap time still going Cabal's way. We'll see what Ivan has on this break. Or new shooting his teammate. Unfortunately for him, it reads the pressure, but that's your teammate, my guy. Can't be shooting him. This Cabal break on in easily because of it. And now it's just Sunset on the overextension. Gets one, gets a second. That'll alleviate the pressure for now. Crucifier goes for a big route on the overextension as well, trying to shoot this player in the back. He'll collect on one, and Bakes on the overextension too. He's going to kill 7, but 7 is going to fall, excuse me. But not a whole lot from Cabal on the rest of this. We'll see if the scrap time does indeed go blue, as that'll tie up the game as we head into the Rock Hill. And John Wick going for the overextension, the pinch there, but he'll get shut down, he'll get sniffed out. So Cabal do secure the final trade on ult. That'll net them the final 10 or so, but rotations are on the mind of both of these teams, and Cabal very early on this rotation. As the entire team here, it's going to be the break for AoS. What do you have in store for us? That's an initial one for us as well. 2 do fall, though. The collapse is on in. Ivan reading the pressure. The player one shot from the overextension, runs out of bullets, but his teammate is there. So early time. Gonna be going blue on a stick. Nice nade from John Wick there. He'll get the Semtex kill, and that's an opening start on this break. Pinch coming in from John Wick as well. I believe that was... Actually, no, that was Cryptic COD. Codcaster's break, guys. Trevor stands tall, and now it's just left to Sunset. A beautiful break from Cabal, starting with that Semtex. We'll see if they can convert this into some time. It's been a scrappy P4 so far. Getting pressured out from both angles. And John Wick stands tall, gets a double. 2-piece from him in the feed. And that'll spawn all of AoS toward this boat side. They're going to still be hitting for this 10 seconds, but they have new to consider as well. Crucifier goes for a route. The route man gets paid, gets tags on in the second player. And really, they just need to hold for this new hill right now. As 3 do fall. Trevor, last one alive on ult, trying to play his life. Gets 1. But these transition kills are going to be everything. Can they get some sort of semblance of top hall control? It's going to be Sunset and Co. What can you do to pin back these players? We'll see if they read the pressure from Cryptic COD. Sunset, some shots coming in, but not quite enough to finish that kill on Cryptic. Bakes on the overextension as well. Will finally get the kill. But 3 do fall, and now it's just John Wick left last alive. And actually the positioning from Cabal there actually spawns number 3 and number 1 out toward boat. Parallels are coming in, but they're going to clean house. That 20-point lead could disappear in the blink of an eye on this old hill, and the rotations are going to be favoring AoS Kuro here on this overextension. Sunset reads them and picks them both apart there. This pressure from the front is mounting, but it's going to be a pinch on in. It's really going to be the fence hold from now. John Wick surely going to die. And now Bakes on the overextension. What kind of timing do you get? He gets great timing, but the shot's not enough to connect and land. And now Bakes on the reverse end of this gunfight. And somehow, as fate would have it, Bakes will fall. Would have loved to have that gunfight back. But the pressure is still on in. It might not amount to much. We'll find out if John Wick can stand tall. He's going to get a 1, get a second as well. He needs to dance around, play his life so well. 3rd one for him as well. John Wick going huge for Cabal. But it's still not enough. Cabal still spawning out. And after all is said and done, this time should go blue here. But the spawns are going to spawn out. Just kidding. Not quite enough for them to do so. Crucifier in the hill. And the knife comes through. The stabby stab. Gonna secure the final 10 or so for AoS, and they'll have about a 20-point lead as we head into our P3 hill. Kills are going blue as well. See what Cryptic Cod can do. He pre-fires one, but he's having the second one right above him. Yeah, he can't get that one. It is Ivan, left on an island. And he will fall as well. So now Cronus, what can you do on plat? This is a beautiful position you've found yourself in, but you can't collect on that positioning. And he will fall. John Wick, another two-piece for him in the feed. Having a great game as well. 33 and 25 for him. Make it 34. He's doing the Lord's work right now. There's Cabal. He's got to close this lead as well. Might even take it as well. It's going to be 210, 204 right now. 20 seconds left on this old hill to fight over, but it's going to be P4, the linchpin in this series. It's always going to be coming down to P4 on Hacienda, it would seem. It's Crypticod. Nice two-piece for him to find there. Really going to be number 4 contesting on old, but he's going to fall as well, so this last little bit of scrap time should even things on in, but P4 is going to be the most important hill so far. We'll see what it looks like, and it looks like so far so good if you're AoS Kuro. 3 dead in the feed. Last player bottom line sniffed out, but who other than John Wick, the man on your screen. 4 spree for him, 2 kills, the pinch is on in, and he gets a third one. This guy is looking insane, and 4 for John Wick. Hellstorm on out as well. Cabal off the back of this man. The 40 bomb in game number 1. We'll see if they can get it across the line. This game is not over yet. Flashy kills are definitely going to be on the cards for him, but can they convert it? Another 4 dead for AoS Kuro. And they still lose it on this old hill. They need to contest for at least 2 seconds here. And it's going to be a 4 hit. 3 hit from front, 1 hit from mid right now as all of John Wick's teammates are falling. He gets a 2-piece, but not quite enough this time. The heroics from this man in full effect, but will it be enough for Cabal to convert this? Rotations are going to be everything. We're going to end it here on P1, most likely. We'll see what happens here. 13 seconds for Cabal to close it. 19 for Kuro. Sunset loses an important one there on the P1. Cronus watching over his teammate top mid. He wins it somehow there as well. Fakes, got the shots in, but 10 seconds is all Kuro need. Is 3 people on the point right now for Cabal. They're all stacking it, and they're all winning the gunfights. 5 seconds. The contest has to come in. Cronus gets the first one. Slides on through. He has to play his life. The pumps are in. Cronus with the 2-piece. The third one falls as well. Last guy, John Wick, bottom secret. Can you touch? And the answer is no. It's going to be up to Bakes. What can you do on this overextension? We're coming down to time, ladies and gentlemen. Trimmer, you got to go. You got to go, buddy. He slides on through. You can't win it, and that's going to do it. Oh, my goodness. AoS. They're going to take it in an incredibly close fashion there. 250, 246. My goodness, guys. I might have a heart attack if this series keeps going like this. That was an incredibly close back and forth hard point. AoS, they come out with a map 1 victory. And one of the closest games you could call. And I mean, tough break from John Wick. 45 for him in the game. Almost 5,000 damage, not quite enough. But a pretty even spread across all of AoS's. Triple 30 bombs, really almost the quad 30 bombs there as well. As they're going to take map number 1. Wow. Gee willikers, guys. Let me update my scores, and geez. What a map. That was one for the ages. Came down to P1. A lot of times that doesn't happen. That's the series going the distance there. And, you know, we'll take a look at our maps and modes for the series. I mean, you guys heard me before the death starting. Hacienda, and more. Hacienda. On the cards here. We're going to slow things down. We're heading to map 2 SND. On the same game type, you know. I talk about it a decent amount when I am casting. Hacienda, you know, sometimes, not even just Hacienda, but sometimes if you have the same map mode, or the same map on a different mode a couple of times in a row, especially transitioning from a fast-paced game mode like Hardpoint down to a slow one like S&D, you can get caught. Sometimes you get the sprints, you know, you kind of make bonehead plays. We'll see if that's the case here, because that was an incredibly close match, and the adrenaline, I'm sure, is probably pumping from these players. You don't play a map like that that's that close and not have the heart rate flowing a little bit at the very least toward the end. So I'm curious to see if, people making some mistakes if we go into this SND. Yeah, I know it's Kira. I don't have their logo, Crucifier. I don't, as my bad. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what I did for the. Oops, not this one. For the rosters, I just I just crossed the name out on the rosters because I don't have the logo for Kuro. If you guys want to send me it, I could probably try and update it, but it's a little too late for that. So I do know it's Kuro, but that's not gonna matter. Oh my goodness. I guess I should have asked you guys for the logo. I didn't see one in the logos chat though, so it is what it is. Oh my. And back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. We're gonna have, triple Hacienda. So, going from Hacienda hardpoint to slowing down to search, we'll see, whoever makes the least amount of mistakes. We will find out here. As we're off to the races yet again. We're gonna be loading on into hardpoint, or excuse me, search and destroy map number 2, Hacienda. We'll see if the players have what it takes here. Because Cabal, they got edged out in the map number 1. It was a very close affair. Can they bounce back in this SND? I mean, it was a heartbreaker for them. John Wick going absolutely nuclear for Cabal Misfits. We'll see if they can, show some signs of composure and relock back in here. They're going to need to if we're going to see a map number 4. And we'll see if, Kuro, that was a nail biter. We'll see if they can clutch on up here and extend their lead to 2. As we're off. It's going to be offense for AoS already. Top mid control. Sunset's going to have the bomb as well. 2 players to contend with in the corner. It's going to be number 5. John Wick gets terrible timing. And 2 fall in the feet already, both from mid. That's Crucifier. Gonna try and get his teammates trade as well in 2v2. Crucifier loses an important one as well, and all left to Ivan after what was a promising opening round for Kuro here. I mean, jeez. They get the first 2 picks and then just trades not coming through. Maybe some blunders from Kuro. We'll see if Ivan can make up for their mistakes. He's gonna spot the first one, and Cryptic isn't, so 1v1 situation. Plenty of time to work with, and he has the bomb. We'll see what Ivan can do. Is he the miracle worker? Is he going to be the savior for AoS right now? Or is it going to be Bakes that's going to take it on the defense? We'll see what he elects to do here. It's going to be back and forth. Ring around the Rosie. We'll see whose pockets are full of posies here at the end of this round. Ivan going to be heading toward B. Bakes going to be checking the bomb here in a second. Will he spot him? Looks like the leg is going to be spotted. It looks like he's going. Maybe for an execute there, not quite able to, but I'm not sure if Bakes knows he's in a 1v1 right now. He thinks there's a second player, and then his teammates are telling him, no, he's in a 1v1. So, yeah. He'll defuse the bomb. And Cabal are going to strike first. And, I mean, to be honest, a 4v2 situation, you get both first bloods, and then you die. Single challenge, solo challenge, one at a time, in 3 separate engagements there at the end. I didn't like how Kuro elected to attack that toward the end. They could have used their numbers and then, exploded onto a site, but decided against it. And they'll pay the price in that first round. So now, Cabal, back on the offense. What do you have? What do you have to show us on the offense so far? It's going to be Cryptic COD toward top mid. Cronus watching over his homeboy. Tags on in from B as well. Another opening strat success from Kuro. 3v1 for Bakes now. He clutched the 1v1 last round. We'll see what he's able to do this time around. He's on 2 in a row. And making it a third one. The back shots are in full effect. Bakes isolating these players. Gets the info on 1. He's going to chow while 1 shot, and that's never a good idea. And AoS Kuro, they're going to take round number 2. Pretty convincing as well. They get all the opening bloods. But this time they were able to convert. Back and forth we go. AoS going to be back on the offense. We'll see if they elect to go toward this top mid hall. Again, it was a 2-2 split on top closed and open last time. It looks like A is going to be the favored bomb site for AoS this round. And it's going to be met with a little bit of resistance this time, but Bake's going to sniff out the pressure, back on up, wait for his teammates to make a play. His bomb should go down here momentarily. What kind of timing does 5 get on the bomb? He gets great timing, but the shots are better. The pinch is on in. We'll see what number 5 can do here. It's John Wick getting on a dodge. He's going to be going bottom U now, waiting for a scam on somebody. He's going to spot the info, but gets tagged down low. The trades are on in. 3v2 situation now. Cabal backs, against a wall right here. We'll see if they can do anything. Trevor gets a freebie, and he spots the bomb planter as well, but tries to dive on out. The cover fire, too good. And too great there for AoS. They get a pair in the end, and they're going to convert that round. Offense goes their way. See what AoS, or excuse me, Cabal, have in store for us after that round. That's, the rebreak, the potential rebreak could have worked out for them. But they ended up falling late in that one. We'll see what this push looks like so far. Back on the offense we go. Cryptic COD. Just watching for a pinch right now, as it's going to be a flood toward the B bomb site. So far met with little to no resistance. Nades are over the top. They'll land. So is that going to be the collapse? And it looks like Crucifier gets ripped from top window. A nice answer back from Cronus, and already 2v2 situation early into this round. John Wick gonna elect to wrap the bomb back through, and it looks like maybe this pressure might be being read. Sunset gets on out of dodge, and as well as Cronus just running all the way back to their spawn. They don't want to get a timing, but that might allow Cabal to get out of this situation. 30 seconds to play with now. Cabal playing this incredibly patiently. They just haven't spotted anybody so far. They're waiting for somebody to give them some info, but nobody biting. On Kuro, they're just content with chilling in their spawn. We'll see if Sunset sees this bomb planter, and he will. The shots underneath, they're gonna land. 1v2 for Cryptic COD, and he knows this player is right next to him. He has one from top open. His leg is gonna be spotted. He will fall. And AoS Kuro up to 3 now. Looking good in this SND. Just the timing not working in Cabal's favor that round in the 2v2 situation. Maybe played it a little bit slow. Didn't get enough info before they elected to try and plant this B bomb. I mean, to be fair, they weren't really given any info either. Nothing they could really do in that situation. So back and forth we go. Back on the offense for AoS. Their last offense was a rounding success towards A, and it looks like it's going to be back toward B. They're mixing it up. They're giving us a different look every single round so far, and I like that if you're AoS. Never let them know your next move. Cryptic COD on the bomb site, getting tagged down low, 30 HP. He somehow wins that gunfight. That looked like it should have been the other way, but the equalizer going to answer back. Sunset taken down incredibly low. He should get a freebie 1v1 situation. Sunset wins it. 2-piece for him to close the round. And Sunset looking good in that SND. I mean, he's going to take his voice up to 4 now. And this separation is becoming a massive one. 4-1. Cabal, you got to answer back. You got to show us something. Sunset on your screen right now. 6 spree for him as well. Close to that Hellstorm missile. Only about a kill or 2 off. Potentially even some stuns over the top. Some trophy blocks will get him that one. And we'll see if that happens here. It looks like it's going to be top mid for Cabal this time. The B stack is on in from AoS, but nobody home. And how does Sunset elect to play this? He already loses a teammate top mid, so 3v4 situation now. We'll see what Bakes has in store for us. He's going to be bottom mid as well, so the bomb is going to be planted for Cabal. Is this the first offense for them in a while? We'll see if they're able to clutch this one on up. As they'll get an equalizer. That's going to be the lurker. Bottom mid dealt with. The rest of them are going to be on the site. Cryptic Cod in a decent situation to deal with the overextension. Trevor shows a little bit too much skin there. He'll get punished. What does this pinch look like? It's gonna be John Wick, bottom secret. He should get shot one right now, but he shot the player in the back. Cryptic gets shots over the top. John Wick's down low as well, but the 2v3 and Cabal, they trade on through beautifully. The positioning works out ever so in their favor. This bottom U position, they were able to just finesse their way around this U. Cryptic Cod shot in the back, turns it, burns. Sunset runs out of bullets, and that'll end the streak for you, my friend. Banished to the Shadow Realm. So let me check in real quick. I don't think, yeah, no, Sunset, no Hellstorm for him, so unfortunate for him is, yeah, gotta reload, guys. Running out of ammo, not a good look. And Cabal, they'll answer back, and that was a much-needed round. That was very important for them to win that one. Going down 5-1 is never a good thing. We'll see if the pressure's being read so far, and it's not. Aggression early from AoS Kuro. They're going to get the first two, and John Wick spotted as well. That's going to be info gained as Crucifier. Actually, that's Cronus. Going to get the assist from his teammate. And now Cryptic Cod left in an impossible 1v4 situation. He'll scurry on out of there as they think about what happened that round. I mean, Cabal just got ran over. Nobody getting a trade. And they're going to be putting themselves on map point as Cryptic Cod pulls out a miracle. And no miracles. Not today. Maybe on Sunday, but not today. So 5-2 now. Map point for AoS Kuro. Cabal backs against the wall. Can you clutch on up? You're going to need to win 4 in a row here. Or you're going to be down 2-0 in this series. And really, I've loved how AoS Kuro have played this map so far. They haven't really shown, the same look twice, especially on their offense. And their defenses have been decent on the retakes as well. So, I mean, backs against the wall. What can Cabal do? It's going to be a B hit. The B stack is on in. Nades coming out over the top as 2 do fall for Cabal already. Trevor stops shooting, though. Unfortunate for him is already last alive. Is going to be John Wick's in a clutchable situation, but he can't win the first. AoS Kuro, 6-2. Convincing SND victory there. And they looked good doing it. Everybody kind of popping off on AoS Kuro. Crucifier, the only one even in that game. Everybody else positive and positive by quite a bit. The margins were not particularly close that map. As we'll go into a map 3, it's going to be Hacienda yet again, guys. And, if you're Cabal, you lose a very close hardpoint, map number 1. And map number 2 wasn't particularly close. You could tell the momentum starting to shift AoS Kuro's way. We'll see if they can bring it back, in map number 3, as they're going to have to here. Let me pull up the maps and modes real quick. We'll see if they, have it in store for us. It's going to have to be the reverse sweep for Cabal to pull this one out of their ass, but, potentially. I mean, we'll see if they can. They definitely, have the slaying power in respawn. As you see how close that map number 1 was, but maybe S&D just not the preferred game type for them. So control definitely possible. And it's going to be on Hacienda too, so all about, who makes the least amount of mistakes in this map for me, who can not get 4-deaded the most, really. And who could take the godlike routes off spawn and make impactful plays. We'll see if Cabal's up to the task. We'll see if they can extend this to map number 4 at the very least. Their slaying, hasn't really been the problem. It's been the teamwork aspect for me so far, at least in this series. John Wick had an incredible map number 1, 45 for him. We'll see if he can replicate that performance and get some more help from his teammates this time around. As we're going to be loading on into map number 2. Or map number 3, excuse me. And, predictions for me before this series started, I don't think I ever actually gave them. I thought Cabal might come out with this one maybe like 3-2, but I didn't say it, I guess, on the cast. But, I mean, it's not looking like it so far. This might be a hot 3-0 if Cabal aren't careful. And looks like the players are ready. So we're going to get things started here in a second. But I guess chat, predictions from y'all. I mean, if you want to chime in the chat, let me know. Is this going to be a hot 3-0, or are we going to see Cabal bounce back and send this to 4? Let me know. Let me know down in chat below. Oh, man. Also, thank you for the follow, Razuti. Appreciate you. Just saw that right now. And we are going to be going live on map number 3. It's going to be Hacienda Control. Yet again, the Hacienda Simulator continues, guys. We'll see if Cabal can answer back. They're going to need to, or their series is over. See if they're able to do it. And it looks like they flipped on sides on me, so let me fix my overlay. Cabal on the left, Kuro on the right. We'll see. Cabal on the offense first round. Can they get anything done so far? John Wick's going to have a whole bunch of players in front of him. All 3 of them, in fact. And that's going to be 3 dead. He wins the first 2 with relative ease there. And a great opening break from Cabal. Maybe Cryptic Kai got a little bit antsy there. Playing a little bit too loose with his life there. Hey, you're going to wipe them on the point. What was potentially maybe an opening B hit and collapse on through is not going to bear fruit, as John Wick, the last member, past the 50-yard line. And opposing line spawn as Bakes in an extended gunfight with this player. Will finally get some teammate support. As John Wick doing what he can, top off as 3-0 start from him. We'll see if he can keep this momentum up as his teammates are wiping the point. Or just kidding. They're getting wiped on the point. So now Bakes, the lone member, trying to stop the clock on A. He'll get a tick of progress for his efforts. Sunset should have a freebie over the top. 3 members toward this A zone, but that's going to be allowed. Ball Misfits, the double stack on this B zone. Stop the clock and do a decent job at it. And John Wick continuing his reign of form from map number 1, getting aggressive toward the enemy spawn, but his teammates are dying around him. Cronus doing the same thing on the flip side. And John Wick not seeing anything. I would like to see him regroup with his teammates. He knows all these players are out. He needs to try and help his teammates regroup, make a play. You can't rely on your teammates to win the 3v4 when they're just getting spawn trapped in the back of their base. Bakes wins an important first one, but that's gonna, you know, force John Wick back. I mean, better late than never. 25 seconds. This is still a winnable round, but they need to get some kills in transition. Crypticod wins the first one. John Wick gonna be double stacking the point with his teammates as he's gonna get shot in the back. Unfortunate timing for him. And the clock still continues to tick right here. A is going to be 2 ticks down, but 7 plays 9. It might come down the lives. We'll see. Cabal can get this minute extension. John Wick doing what he can to try and make that dream a reality, but he's going to need to step on the gas. The pistol kill is too good for Ivan there. A double with the pistol from him, and no respawns left. 3 plays 7. No minute extension as of yet. It's going to have to be perfect play from Cabal from here on out to see if they can do it. And now it's just all left to the spawner. And maybe Codcaster's bugged. I think Codcaster's bugged. Yeah, I guess they didn't have any more lives left. Unfortunate. So opening defense. It's going to be won by AoS Kuro. Did come down to lives, but the minute extension did not come through. They did get a couple of ticks on this A zone. I believe they got 3 in total, maybe 4 potentially. I couldn't exactly see how far the progress on B was before the round ended. But 3 to 4 ticks, not the worst offense on Hacienda. We'll see if they can, you know, have a better performance on the D, as they're going to need to. Cronus having a great start to this map as well, matching John Wick's pace, 7 and 3 for the both. It looks like it's going to be aggression toward top close, and yeah, yet again, Kuro winning the opening break right now. Transitioning that to the B zone as, yeah, Bakes just overwhelmed. Getting flown at by Cronus. Cronus gonna get a spawn kill, maybe a couple, not quite. A shut down on the overextension. John Wick gets 1 on the point, but he's low and stunned on out. He should fall here, and he will. And Bakes loses 1 and 10 too, so I mean that's gonna be pressure toward this B zone as Cabal just not winning any gunfights. It would seem Trigger having a rough start of it, 3 and 8. The pistol's better though. Runs out of bullets, but he's gonna get traded on through. The SMGs have been playing so great for AoS Kuro this whole series. Sunset stepping up to the task, double positive as well, pushing out through 10. He's gonna hold the line for now. Number 4 just kind of lost in the sauce, is pitched from 3 different angles. Nothing he could do about it. As the single stack is coming in toward B, but I mean only really one member to stop it. That's gonna be John Wick. I mean, what can you even do? You're just getting overwhelmed by the sheer numbers of Kuro right now. Cryptic Cog gets an answer back, but down about 7 lives. Make it 8 now. Cryptic, excuse me, wins an important one, but B is gonna be done. It's gonna be the A zone, and you're down about 7 lives and only, you know, 2 minutes to find this zone. They have plenty of time. It's gonna be up to Cabal on the defense. Can you hold out for that long? We'll test their endurance right now. That's a good start. 3 fall. Evening out the life lead. It's really up to AoS Kuro to not let themselves get spawn trapped. This timing is actually insane from Ivan here. Gets around enemy lines, so watch him into spawn right now. Let's see if he gets any spawn kills. He's able to get the first, but he's losing teammates around him. His teammates are losing the gunfights in their own spawn, so he's got to be careful here to not die, but he does. Good clearance there from Cabal. Life lead still in favor of Kuro for now, but it's becoming a little bit more even as it tends to happen on defense, on control. Defense usually has the advantage. Trevor wins an important one. Nice headshot from him. 20 HP in a dream. He's going to chow out and he'll get traded. 7 plays 9. A minute to work with. This will probably come down to TDM here at the end of it. We'll see what the time looks like. 8 on the overextension. That's going to be Kronos, and he finds the first one. 6 plays 8. Make it 5 plays 8 now. Cabal running out of lives in this one. Bakes finds an important one, but still 30 seconds to play for. A lot of time if you're them. Oh my god, Trevor rips him on the spawn kill, but no more lives. No more respawns remaining. And they're going to find another one. That's going to be Sunset, bottom secret. 3 plays 5, 29 seconds. Bakes playing his life so beautifully on this overextension, but he's finally going to be dealt with. 2 plays 5 now. Can they clutch up in this situation? I've seen it happen before, but it's going to have to be perfect from here on out, and it won't be. AoS Kuro. 2-0 up now in this control. 2-0 up in the series. It's going to be up to Cabal. Can you complete the Omega Super Duper reverse sweep? It's going to have to be perfect from here on out if they're going to win this match, but honestly, guys, I don't have a whole lot of confidence left in Cabal in this one. They have looked like the weaker team in this series for me. We'll see if they can turn things around late in this match. And not only in this match, too, guys. If Cabal lose it here, they have another match tonight as well, right after this one. In about an hour from now. So if they, you know, if they get 3-0 bounced here, we'll see what the resilience looks like in their next matchup tonight as well. This is not a great showing from them so far, other than that HP. And that's not the start you wanted. Already 3 dead in the feed for Cabal, as they're going to be spawn trapped here in a second, as Trevor, the furthest member up, will eventually die here. Cronus in a ratty little spot, getting info on one, and also a second one. We'll see if they have the resilience to pull through. We'll see if they even have the energy to put up the resilience to pull through. A ratty spot from Sunset is going to get him a freebie there, as Sunset ratting in bottom secret, gets a pair for himself. The slaying has just been so one-sided in its control of this game. Trevor finally clears out as well for now, but I mean, just look at the map positioning. Nobody can really get past the 50-yard line from Cabal. They really haven't even been able to get out of their spiral so far. It's just been shut down every single time they've tried to go through, and this is the annoying part of control, guys. Sometimes you just get blendered, and that's what's happening to Cabal right now. Absolutely blendered in their spawn. I mean, a team kill coming through from Cabal as well. They might know it's over at this point. It's only 10 seconds left, but Cryptic Cod gets a double, so maybe that could potentially stop the clock for now. We'll see if it can make it a triple, and he can't. Bakes on the overextension. The lone man toward the A zone. Wins an important one, but instantly traded. 2 seconds left. No one can touch the point. And AoS Kuro in a quick and dominant control. We'll take it 3-0 in the control and also 3-0 in the series. I mean, congrats to Kuro. They looked great in that one. You know, a shaky hard point to start, but ever since then, they never looked back. As they'll take it in convincing fashion in this control. My goodness. And I mean, you know, Cabal, not for lack of trying. The slaying wasn't, you know, super one-sided until that one, it would seem. I mean, you know, John Wick did what he could in that one. Just the only player even on his team. He tried his best, but he got so far in the end, it didn't even matter. We'll see if, you know, like I said a minute ago, I mean, we'll see, you know, Cabal. They get 3-0 tonight. Congrats to AoS again, but they have another matchup after this. It starts in, you know, about an hour and 15 minutes or so. You know, we'll see if they could bounce back because that was a tough look from them. And they play another team who's undefeated, I believe, Soundwave Esports, 2-0 in their group as well. So, you know, Cabal will fall to 1-1. Can they get the bounce back? Because if they lose that one, they might be out of playoffs, guys. We'll see if they can. Especially with the map record as well. They got 3-0, so maps are going to matter if they're able to win that one as well. So they're going to need to bounce back and bounce back quickly. We'll see, you know, if they do have an hour to regain. So, you know, a lot of time, but we'll see if they're able to. And I mean, congrats again. AoS Kuro. They look like the better team tonight. They're going to win it in 3-0 fashion. We'll see, you know, I believe they should make playoffs now at 2-1. I believe this is their last game as well. So, I mean, that's going to do it for this match and for me tonight, guys. Congrats to AoS Kuro again. GG's to both of the teams. I will be back in about, yeah, like I said, about an hour and change. It's going to be 10 Eastern. We're going to have Cabal versus Soundwave Esports coming back, and we'll see if Cabal can strike back or if Soundwave are going to shut them down again and ruin their playoff dreams. We'll be back, you know, I'll see you guys then. Have a good time. Until then, grab some popcorn, get some snacks, you know, do whatever you got to do until then, and I'll meet you guys back here. Also, thanks for the follows, guys. Appreciate you guys coming out. Until then, I'll see you guys.